Christ.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Let me leave that in. That was terrible.
Death by caffeine.
Ugh, got me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Silent Mike. This is Jim McD. And you should head over to 3sp.co and grab yourself some apparel if you want to support us. You want to support this show? It'd be highly appreciated. Grab yourself the elevated game of good company apparel. Joking aside, we're really trying to elevate what it is like to not only look good, feel good, and have the balance of functional, durable clothing that's higher quality. I'm sick of the days of mowing your lawn and bench pressing in the same t-shirt. I think mowing your lawn is the best and only place shit clothing should be around. Going to the gym, you should feel good. Whether you love the gym or not, it is hard to go to the gym every day excited. So might as well dress yourself up for success. And then also in gym culture and life, besides a stringer and puffy Ronnie Coleman pants, there's no distinguishable gym clothes.
Yeah.
Right? There's no clothes made for it. There's basketball shoes. And now I guess you could say weightlifting shoes, but that's about it. And so we try to make sure that all our drops, we let you know what they're made for and when they're made. And the majority of our clothing is made to be highly functional in the gym. We make some lounge clothing. You know, we have some shorts out there that are more rest day, hanging out, chilling. But everything we want to be highly functional in the gym. Not to throw hate at anybody, but like board shorts are made for surfing, I imagine. They don't feel good to squat in.
No.
And I've worn them, and I hate them, and they're down to my shin because I'm very short, and they're just not comfortable to squat and deadlift in. We try to make everything highly functional, so check it out, 3sp.co, and welcome to One Good Question.
Good question.
What would you call this, a sequel show or like a branch?
It's this little spin-off thing. It's
Yeah.
It's a little hybrid of our regular show and
Bonus episode, but it's not?
But it's not, no, because it's not a bonus if it's there all the time.
Yeah, it's regular.
It's a regular. Yeah, it's just a Friday episode.
Yeah, the Friday version of 50%? How's that?
Yeah. When it's not Topic Thunder, yeah.
Yeah.
Although last week's was a little both.
Yeah, and we'll mix them all in.
Yeah.
We're
going to have fun.
This one's not.
You're going to have fun, too.
This one's not that fun.
Uh-oh.
Not that it's not fun, but our boy Keith, shout out to Keith Honeycutt, man. The guy, I say he's starting to be, he's not the backbone of 50% yet, because you're probably the cardiovascular vascular system of it. I'm maybe like the digits, you know, I just have some fingers in it. Keith might be like a vertebrae.
Ooh.
But he's working his way to be maybe the spine of the show, you know?
Ooh.
He's highly active in Discord, so if you guys want to get involved, we choose one question, we answer it, you win a prize, you get the shout out, and to fuel the questions or to feed the questions, to field questions?
Field the questions, yes.
Head over to 50percentfacts.com, join our Discord. You get early access to all our clothing, exclusives, like-minded individuals. We're always chatting and talking shit. But there's a tab there where you can answer the one good question. You can ask us anything. And if your question's chosen, you get a prize from us and featured. And today it is Keith Honeycutt. And this is deep. But I might go shallow with it.
This is probably how to do the energy drink.
Yeah, sometimes I can't. When you go deep, I go shallow. And then when people go shallow, I go deep. You know, I can't. If everyone's deep, then we cry. What are you afraid people see when they look at you?
Oh.
Yeah. Like, fuck, man.
Fat, because I currently am.
Yeah, see, that's where we have to go.
Old, because I currently am. And you know what? That part gets worse every day. I could get skinnier, but I ain't going to get any less old.
Yeah, we need, what are they called? This might get dark. The vampire makeover or something?
Yeah. Or a Dorian Gray picture, you know?
Yeah. That's a good question, man. And I forgot who I was talking. I was literally talking to a friend earlier about like social media and posting and being self-conscious of it. And I think I've done, not that I'm like that old or wise or anything, but I've been on the internet and done such dumb shit that like I just don't care anymore. But then opposite to that, which goes into one of his other questions, and we probably will answer another day, Keith, you son of a bitch, because they're both good questions. But I am like one of the things that I work on or that I like and hate. It's kind of this polarity of my personality is that I am a bit of a people pleaser. I really want people unselfishly to have a good time, a good experience, and like me. Mm-hmm. And then selfishly, I want them to like me as well. But at the same time on the internet, like I just know I can't make everyone like me.
Yeah.
You know? So then part of that is I don't really care what people see, or I'm not really afraid of anything. Like there's things that I'm self-conscious of, you know, like my nose or sometimes my weight or that I'm not as strong as other coaches or people vlogging. And yeah, that crosses my mind for sure. But I'm just some things I can't change, you know? Like, I think as you get older, you just know, like, yeah, man, my nose is my nose. Am I a fucking model? No. But like, I'm also not a monster.
Well, you are a model for our clothes.
Yeah, sadly, that's the best we got. That's all we can afford.
Well, the best we got is probably Kyle, but that's another story.
Yeah, even Seabass, a good-looking kid. Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, you know. So I don't know what I'm afraid people see.
I think that one of the things that I would really not want people to think was that I was somehow desperate for their attention or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, we've been less popular, we've been more popular, we've been less popular. You know, and I just would never want to be seen as being desperate. And the way that I deal with that, because you know, we're kind of on the rise again now in terms of viewership. Thank you if you've joined us recently, and particularly listenership. Viewership is what it is.
Yeah.
But listenership, that we just don't like pander. We don't pander to the audience, and I think that looks more desperate than having numbers out there that people can see and say, oh, that's not very much.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. It makes me think about one of the, not first, but probably within the first couple of years of us podcasting together, I remember we were getting scrutiny for doing things for views or wanting downloads.
Yeah.
Another podcast or another YouTuber like called us out, you know.
I didn't
drama
remember
of the day.
that, but yeah.
Yeah, so we'll mention names off air.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But and I remember us having a conversation on air in our old show saying like, yeah, we want people to listen to our podcast. Like we don't podcast, and Jim hasn't set up this beautiful studio, and we don't, you know, have Sam here to run the show like for no one to listen.
Right.
But I couldn't agree with you more. We're not going to just do things just for views.
Right.
But of course we want people to listen. We don't spend energy, time, money, bring in people like Joe, who has two full-time gyms he runs.
Yeah.
Right. Just to have it go into nowhere.
Right.
And I would agree with that for sure. And you know, I guess I would say I'm not afraid of that because I just know the type of content we do doesn't give that message. I'm just so confident that we're always having genuine conversations with people that we like and that we think bring value rather than just burning our hair on fire for no reason. Right? Like we're like Jackass type shit is huge on TikTok now.
Right.
And it always has, right? Like since Jackass has been a thing, there's always been content. Like that's literally, there's no value there. You can say entertainment, sure, and I think there's a place for that, but there's no real value.
Yeah.
You're literally just doing that to get someone to be like, oh shit, and send it to a friend. And that's, yeah, I don't know. I might sound pretentious by saying like I'm not really afraid of anything that people are seeing or whatever, you know? I don't know. Because I fucking put my failures out there. I put my successes out there. I know a lot of people think I'm like cocky sometimes, but then if you know me, you know I'm not. You know, like I'm just sure. I'm sure in our mission, I think. So from like a content standpoint or a business owner standpoint, there's not a lot that really I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of being a leech, I guess.
Yeah.
I hate asking for favors, personal or business wise, because I always feel bad. You know, like, oh man, do they think I'm only hanging with them because they have a big following or something? Sometimes I feel like that.
Yeah, I know you feel that way, and
Yeah.
that's an ongoing conversation we've had, and I think that you're probably pretty much in the clear because you're, you know, I think you present as a pretty straightforward person, and so
yeah, I've never, and that's what sucks is out of a billion collabs we've done, there's never been a bad. That's never happened,
right?
But it's still an afraid fear, and that's more of a business one than like a personal one. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't have that many.
You're afraid of making somebody else uncomfortable by asking something that they're not as readily willing to give up as you would have thought they were.
Probably, and I hate to be a burden. I like to figure shit out on my own. I hate to, come across. I hate to come across like someone that I hate, right?
Right.
Like I hate leeches and I hate people doing it just for clout. I hate that. But like collaboration is part of growth in content, and more value and better education happens through collaboration. Right. But that's very minor. That doesn't cross me daily.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of having like higher profile guests that we could get and stuff like that, I mean, that would be fine, and I would do that.
Yeah.
I think that those shows don't flow unless they're in house. They don't flow the same way. We just recorded. This episode is coming before the episode that we just recorded with Joe Grinstein of Hyperthrive Athletics here in Sacramento.
Yeah, we talk about like training gimmicks and bullshit in the industry.
But it's difficult to get the kind of flow that you get in person,
Right.
with a remote interview. And so,
Or even on top of that, we don't want to talk to people just because they're trending or cloudy.
exactly.
We want to talk to particular cloudy people, sure, because some people got there because they're super charismatic or they have
Right.
something to share or
Right.
whatever, right? And like even same thing, like I don't really have issues asking you for help or my mom for help or Bart Quan for help, but that's because they're the people that I know want to help me and I want to help them, right? So like that's easy. It's like that. It's a superficial rule built in by social media that makes me feel cloudy.
Yeah. And just going back to my point, like we just did a couple of remotes that I think are really, really good.
Yeah.
And their content, it was worth doing them in that format to get that information out.
Agreed.
But that isn't going to be everybody.
Yeah, some people just don't have that flow. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, Keith. I wish I had a better answer, but I don't really have one. Yeah, even so, some of it, and we talk about this a lot with Joe in the episode, selling out and what that is and morals. Some of it is my harsh morals leading my way for sure. But there's also a piece of not wanting to look like a sellout, pressuring me to keep my morals, which is like a little bit disingenuous in a sense. End result is shiny angel Mike, but getting there is a little cloudy. Like part of it is pressure that I don't want to be a sellout.
Yeah.
That I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. And,
Rather than being altruistic.
yeah. And just, a little bit of a preview for people who are really paying attention. Like we're going to have more ads on the show. That's just going to be the case. 'Cause we,
That's the world.
That's the world. We put a lot of energy and money and effort and time into producing this content, and we use it to introduce you to other things that we sell, the 3SB stuff that Mike was talking about. But at the same time, like it has to be supportable as sustainable as we go forward. And so, yeah, we're going to have more ads than we've had before. And I don't think of that as being selling out because it's like if you're into the content, then that's just the balance. Just the money has to come from someplace.
That blows my mind though. Like in modern day, like it's not like YouTube podcasts live streaming's new.
Yeah.
Right. This shit's been around a long time now.
Right.
I've read people. I've never once thought that. I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, and to get free viewing, you don't have to pay $4.99 a month. I watch a lot of guys, man, and I'm kind of frugal. I'm not going to subscribe to every person I watch.
No,
but I will never once complain about an ad popping up when I watch them because I know that's helping them.
Yeah,
and I know I'm getting to watch for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that do complain about that. And maybe it's because we're on this side of the Wizard of Oz veil. Like we know that, so I don't complain about that. But like sponsorships don't really bug me unless someone's if you publicly say, I think alcohol is the devil, and then you take a beer sponsorship, I think you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, I could really care less.
Yeah.
I don't as a consumer, I don't really care.
Yeah. And I mean our friends at Massonomic make a whole shtick out of their ad reads.
Yeah. Yeah.
In ways that I've never seen anybody else actually do it that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
guess just to be as transparent as Jim's trying to be, some of our ads won't even be us, right? There's new technology and things moving in the podcast space that will make, if any of you guys have watched YouTube or Twitch, they'll basically be, or TV, they'll be like commercials.
Yeah,
that may or may not be us, but we will be. We won't be hand selecting them, but we will be hand neglecting them. So there's some things that we just won't allow here,
right?
But generally speaking, they're not sponsorships. They're not attached to us, which is much different, right? A sponsorship is a partnership,
right?
I'm tapping my name on a company, or the company's tapping their name on me. We're going to be running some ads.
Yeah, on a commercial platform. That's
a free platform.
Just what it is.
How it goes, folks. But I think that's it.
Yep.
We're not afraid of shit. Thanks so much for listening. Brand new show every single Wednesday and Friday. Be sure to share this thing out on social medias or with your friends, on your Facebook, on your Twitter. It helps us a lot grow the show. 3sb.co. I'm Salam Mike, wherever you want to find me.
I am at the Jim McD and all the social medias. The show 50% facts, where percent is a word, 50 is just numbers, and we will talk to you next Wednesday.